Hello, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to another very special edition of DSP Tries It.
DSP tries it.
Today, we are trying something truly unique because it is local. It is a local business called Salty Blue. Now, you might hear that combination of words and think, Salty Blue, what are they talking about? Well, essentially, what it's supposed to be is a unique presentation of seafood, but they actually do a few other things as well, as we're about to check out today for the very first time. I've never eaten from this place, but they're actually pretty local to me, except that they're downtown, which means it takes a while for the food to get here. Sadly, it took a half an hour plus for this food to arrive. I get the feeling it's not going to be as warm as I had hoped, but for what we have here, this is going to be pretty interesting. So, they do fish and chips, they do shrimp, they do schnitzel, they also do various sides, fried sides, and some other things. We're going to try a good variety of stuff today from Salty Blue. Okay? So, the main attraction that obviously is the feature here that we'll be checking out, Hokey fish and chips, also known as New Zealand cod. It's huge. Absolutely ginormous. Humongous piece of cod. Underneath are some fries or chips, which we're going to try together. Okay. And don't worry, I'll have my dual camera angles for you. Except we already have a problem. I got grease on my setup, which I was afraid of. Let me try to wipe this off before we continue. Oh, it is coming off. That's good. So I have to be careful. This is fried food. There's grease involved. That means that I need to put stuff down under it, a la a napkin, before I actually put it flat on my setup to avoid having a greasy disaster. So when people say to me, Phil, why do you have paper plates in your setup when you do this stuff? This is exactly why. Because you don't want to have giant grease stains all over your setup where you stream from, right? Okay. So we got the hokey and the chips. We also have wait a minute. What is this? Oh, I took this up by accident. Oh, that sucks. I got to bring that downstairs for my wife. A chicken schnitzel burger, which is supposed to be like a panko breadcrumb encrusted chicken breast with a bunch of stuff. So this is one of their specialties, the chicken schnitzel burger. Okay. So we're going to try that. We also have pineapple fritters, which is supposed to be dessert. Now I'm going to give my wife two. There were four, but I accidentally took the box up. I got to bring it back down for her. Pineapple fritters and potato cakes. See those? So we've got a heck of a lot of food to try. So let's get to it. All right. So where do we begin? Right? I think we should try some of the sides first. Then maybe the schnitzel and the fish, or maybe the fish schnitzel. Let's see. First thing, how about we try a French fry or a chip? So they're underneath the fish, and they are wedges with with potato skins. I love fries or chips with potato skins. Let's give it a first bite. Mmm. Puffy on the inside, crispy on the outside, as it should be. Some seasoning on there. It tastes good. I taste some salt. That's pretty tasty. Now, I ate it plain and it was pretty good, but there's some house sauce and some tartar sauce. Obviously, the tartar sauce is for the fish. So the house sauce kind of looks to me like Thousand Island. And I'm curious. I mean, this is what they give you. So I want to try it. Let's see here. Let's see what this sauce actually is. It smells kind of tangy. Let's find out. chubby little chip there. All right, let's see what this tastes like. Oops, dripping. Mmm. It's very sweet, but it has a little bit of a tanginess to it. And just a tiny, tiny hint of spice on the back end. Here's another one. Let's try another one. Mmm. The sauce is good. The sauce is delicious. It's not overly thick, okay? It doesn't have too much creaminess. It's kind of a good balance, right in the middle of what you want. A little bit, you get a hint of every flavor. You get sweet, you get tanginess, and you get spice all in one bite with this sauce, okay? It's pretty good. Mm. And I will say this, these chips or fries are much better with the sauce than plain, even though they were good plain. They go with the sauce, they complement it well. So that's pretty good. Mm. Okay. All right, so that's the chip, but you can also get a potato cake. All right. So the potato cake is a different alternate side. It's like $1 extra upcharge. So not that big of a deal. So what's the difference? Well, the potato cake, unlike the fry, is an actual potato like cross-cut wedge that then they batter and fry. So it's a different take on a chip, right? Or a fry. It's just a different slice. It's kind of interesting. Okay. So let's try it. Let's try one. Now, the thing is, you're not going to be able to dip this in sauce. You'd have to put it on there. I'm just going to take a bite into it, and then I'll probably cut it up and put it in the sauce. But let's just take a bite into there. Wow. Wow. That is melt in your mouth good. It is exactly the width you want when you bite into it because it's not too much. It crunched beautifully. All that fried coating crunched absolutely beautifully when I bit into it. And it tasted great. Mmm. That's seriously good. The breading itself obviously is greasy. It's going to be. It's a fried breading, right? But it's got a good flavor to it. It's not bland by any means. And they did salt it as well. You can see the salt actually on it. They did salt it so it would have additional flavor. So it's seasoned. It's not just bland coating. That's very good. Okay. So let's now try it with the sauce. Okay. Let's get that on camera. There we go. Dip it in. They give you more of this house sauce with it. So let's see if it's any good with it. It's legitimately better with the sauce. Wow. The sauce is great. It goes with it perfectly. Mmm. That's really good. Get one more here. One more bite. Mmm. All right. Well, honestly, both the chips and the potato cakes are good in my opinion. But let's be honest, that's not the main event. We're here to see what this fish is like, right? And we're here to see what that chicken schnitzel is like. So I'm pretty excited. Let's go for the fish first. I know the fish is the main event, the hoki or the New Zealand cod, but I kind of want to go for it first, even though we probably should do the schnitzel first. I'm really dying to try it. So how do we do this? Let me think about it. I'm going to put it separate because I want to put lemon and stuff on it. And I don't want to get it, I don't want to get the fries covered in it. So our giant piece of cod. Put it over there. See that? Now you can see you get a ton of fries with this thing. Like, there's a lot of fries there. Mmm. They're good. Okay. What I will do, here's what I'm going to do. So now you can see the pokey right up front. I got my fork and knife ready. Let's douse this sucker in some nice, delicious lemon, and then let's try it with the tartar sauce and see how it is, okay? Here's the tartar sauce. Looks pretty thick. Smells pretty tartary, tangy. I can smell the dill. A little bit of a bite on your nose when you smell that, right? There you go. Okay. Good stuff. What did I just do? I accidentally hit something on my keyboard. I didn't mean to hit. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. All right. Good stuff. So now, lemon wedge that came with it. All right. Get that lemon juice on there. Hell yeah. You always want lemon juice on a good fish and chip. Smells great. Now, of course, I got lemon juice all over my hands. I brought a lot of napkins in here, but I might even need more, to be honest. Okay. So, first, I'd like to just take a bite off the end and see what it tastes like by itself. And then I want to put it into the actual tartar sauce, which is what it's meant to be eaten with, and try both. Okay? Because I want to see if I can just taste the cod, see if, this is high end versus a normal fish and chip, if it tastes any better. So let's see. Here we go. Okay? Wow, it's flaky. It's coming apart as I cut it. Swapping here. It's thick. That's really thick fish. That's at least an inch and a half thick right there, okay? So, I'm just going to take a bite. First, I'm going to see, can I just taste the fish without breading? Go. Mmm. That's damn good even without the breading. It doesn't taste overly fishy. It tastes kind of fresh as opposed to a frozen one that you probably get in a lot of other places. Now I'm going to try it with the breading on, okay? The fish is light and flaky. The fish does not taste overly greasy. The breading has a good taste, seasoning to it, a good crispy crunch on the outside. It's really good, man. Now, I want to try some of that in the tartar sauce. Yo, as it's meant to be. Mmm. Creamy, a little bit of tartness. Mmm. I taste the dill after the fact. The dill is quite good in that sauce. So, good stuff. All right, let's keep going. It is good. Mmm. That is really good with the tartar sauce, but I would recommend getting an extra. I did. I paid for an extra. Just one. This thing's going to go. This sauce will go and you will get through the fish and will not have enough tartar sauce, right? It's funny because you might say, oh, there's only one piece of fish. Yeah, but it's insanely huge. You don't need another piece of fish here. The one piece, this is a full meal right here with the amount of fish and breading and everything you're getting. You don't need another piece of fish with this, okay? It's delicious. It's very good. Now, I've had cod before. Likely every time I've had it, it was probably frozen. Because honestly, that's just what 99% of restaurants are going to serve, right? This tastes good. It's not, it's unique. It's not mushy. It's not falling apart. It tastes good and it holds its texture, which means it's fresh. It wouldn't hold texture if it wasn't fresh. It would be like mush from being frozen. It's not. It's actually very good in your mouth. All right. So, all right, one more bite of this, and then we're going to move on. I'll probably have more after, but we have other things to taste, right? All right. We go. That's absolutely delicious. Really good. Okay. 2 thumbs up for the hokey from me. I'm just gonna snag a chip, okay? Just gonna have a little chip dip before we move on to our next thing here, because we have 2 more things to taste, if you can believe it, in this crazy salty blue feast. Hmm. Okay. Ah, all right. Continuing on. Up next, we've got a first, something I've never had before. I have no idea if I'm gonna like it or not. Chicken Schnitzel. The chicken Schnitzel burger. It's got a nice puffy bun. I believe that's a Kaiser roll, I think they call it. We got some special sauce on top, which is probably their house sauce. There's your chicken breast breaded in panko breadcrumbs. It's on top of a piece of cheddar cheese, and I actually believe that they put pickles on this too. I believe there's supposed to be pickles on the bottom. I guess we'll see when I start to eat it. Okay. It's very thick. It's a big, chubby, beefy boy, but it's chicken, not beef. Look at that. All right. Let's change angles for the full screen. First bite ever. My first chicken schnitzel ever. Here we go. One more. One more bite before I speak about this. This chicken schnitzel is absolutely horrible. No, I'm just kidding. It's great. It's really good. So the chicken is juicy and moist. The breading is refreshing, and here's why. It's panko breadcrumbs. Most places doing a fried chicken sandwich today are doing that southern style breading that has that sweetness to it. This doesn't. This is more like traditional breadcrumbs, but because it's the panko style, it's actually extra crispy. It's more crispy than the vast majority of chicken sandwiches that I have tried on this show. And this took over a half an hour to deliver, and it stayed crispy, despite the fact that it was sitting in its own container, essentially steaming itself further. It stayed crispy. Okay. So when you bite into it, you immediately taste the breadcrumbs, but then you start tasting the juiciness of the chicken. Then all of a sudden, boom, that sauce hits you. It's very sweet, but then you get the tanginess after the fact. And then you taste other things like the pickles, and the pickles are good. It's sweet pickles, slices. They go very, very well. The only thing I will admit, I don't taste the cheese, but there's a lot going on with the flavor profile of the sandwich as it is. So maybe that's why I don't. Um, So it's good. If you put more sauce on this, it'd be even more flavorful, but it already has a good amount of sauce on it. So I don't want to dip it. Like people are saying, why don't you dip it in the sauce? It has a good amount on it already. Um, I will say perhaps a little bit of lettuce, like shredded lettuce, would have been perfect to add a little bit of extra like crunch and texture. But for the most part, this is a damn good chicken sandwich. It's very different from what you can get from, say, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, okay? But it's really good. I'm going to eat more of this. Mm. Can you? King Fruit says you can add that when you're there. Do they have like shredded lettuce that you can add to the sandwich? Because I think that would be really good if you added shredded lettuce. It's delicious, but the bun falls apart. That is something to be said. Kaiser rolls, if that is the kind of roll this is, typically they tend to dilapidate on the bottom, and that's exactly what's happened to mine. It's breaking apart here. Mm, yummy. Now we're not done. There's something else to try. There's one final item to try from Salty Blue. Yes, my wife got, excuse me, King Furbs is asking me, did my wife get anything? She got the Australian bass fish and chips. So I'm going to ask her, obviously, after this review, did you like Australian bass? So neither of us has ever had that before. Okay. Okay. Mm, it's good, man. That's a damn good chicken sandwich, and it's huge. Look how much chicken there is. I'm still going. Every bite is full of chicken. A huge piece of chicken. Mm, I can't stop eating it. What do we have left? Pineapple fritters, which is supposed to be their unique dessert, which we're going to check out in a second. They look really cool. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Well, My very final bite of chicken popped out of the breading. That was good. Okay. I would argue that chicken schnitzel sandwich or burger is definitely comparable to the quality of Popeyes or Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. It's the same size chicken breast. The breading is different. The flavor profile is different, but it's filling and good. I ate the whole thing. Okay? All right. Now, the final thing to try, and then I'm going to tell you the pricing, and I'm going to tell you my ratings. Okay? The final thing to try are pineapple fritters. These are unique. I've never heard of anything like this before. Okay? So just to show you here, out of the way. My hands are completely covered in grease, but hey, it's fried food. That's what you expect, right? Okay. So, to show you the pineapple fritter, because you haven't even seen it yet, okay? Here's what it looks like. Ready? It is a sliced pineapple ring that has been battered, breaded, fried, and then, I believe, sprinkled in cinnamon. All right? It looks great, doesn't it? It smells good. It smells of a powdered cinnamon like on a donut. That's what it smells like, a powdered donut. Okay? Let's try the pineapple fritter. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is good. Dude. Wow. That is amazing. Mmm. This is super good. Wow. Wow. That is so good as a dessert. Wow. Okay. So listen, completely crispy on the outside. Even after all this time, it's still crispy on the outside. You immediately get a burst of pineapple flavor and juice in your mouth because you're biting an actual pineapple ring. Then you immediately get the savory flavor of the breading, but then that powdered cinnamon flavor, like a donut, hits you. It is a really good dessert. You get 4 of those rings per order. I got 2 and my wife got 2. That is so good. Like, wow, dude. So here's the thing. I ordered way too much food for one person, okay? Here's how this food breaks up into actual things you would order. The fish and chips is one order. I believe it's $17 for the fish and chips, okay? When I ordered it online, it was $22, but that's because of the upcharge for delivery. So it's around $17 if you were to get just the fish and chips at the store, okay? The chicken schnitzel, which I can't show you because I ate the whole thing, paired with the potato cakes, I believe it was $16. And of course, they upcharged it, but I think it was $16 for the schnitzel and the potato cakes, okay? I might be off a dollar or two here. Don't quote me on that, but that's the pricing. And as you can see, you get a lot. You get what? There's 3 in the box. I ate one and I gave one to my wife to try. So 5 potato cakes. That's a lot. Okay. The, the pineapple fritters, I believe is $7 for the 4, but I think they charged me more than that for the delivery. I think it was like 9 or something for the delivery. Okay. So honestly, for the value for your buck, $17 for an insanely huge piece of fish, a ridiculous amount of chips here that tastes really good, an awesome house sauce to dip them in, and a really good tartar sauce. Yeah, I would pay that for sure in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even complain about that price in America. I think that that's a reasonable price to pay for this quality of giant fish and chip. Okay. The schnitzel, I really like that sandwich. Considering the fact that they're charging around $15 for a sandwich like that at certain places is wild. The fact that you get the side with it is good. I think the schnitzel on the side also is worth about 15, 16 bucks. I don't really have a complaint about that. Maybe the one pricing argument you can make is that 4 breaded pineapple rings for $7 is kind of pricey. All right, maybe you could argue that, but I love it. Like, honestly, out of all the stuff that I have here, okay, this is the burst of shocking flavor that I really enjoy. So, pretty darn good. I'm going to take another bite of the fish. I'm probably going to eat one more chip, and I'm probably going to eat that pineapple ring, and then I'm going to give you my final verdict on all this food from Salty Blue. Okay? Good stuff. Good freaking stuff, man. Look at that. Flaky, delicious. It's still holding up. It's not mush. Most of the time when you get fish and chips, the fish ends up being mush. This is firm because it's fresh. Here we go. Hmm. Yummy. Wow. And now, look, chips are stuck together. I call that a twofer. I'm not complaining about that. Hell no. Can I franchise this and bring it to the East Coast myself? Yes, I will. No, I will not. But good idea. Mm. Damn, that's good sauce. I really like the house sauce. It's delicious. All right. All right. And now, there's absolutely no way I am not finishing this because this was so good. The pineapple fritter. I'm eating it right now. Mmm. That's great. Mmm. Wow, delicious. Last bite, baby. I used all my napkins. I had like 6 or 7 napkins. I used every single one. All right. Here we go. Salty Blue. I give the Hokey fish and chips a 4 out of 5. I think it's quite good. The value is there when it comes to what they charge you for it because it's huge. You get a giant amount of fries. You get a great amount of fish. The tartar sauce is great. The house sauce is great. Okay. And the fish is very fresh. It doesn't become mushy or fall apart like other fish that you get. Okay. Why not a 5 out of 5? I'm an honest guy. I do feel like the batter needs something. It tastes good, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of a batter they actually use there. I feel like it just needs a pinch of extra flavor, and it would have been like really dead on perfect. And I will say this, I do feel like the chips are a little greasy. The chips were a little overly greasy. They tasted great, but that was a lot of grease. So maybe if it was a little less, I would have liked it a little more, but it was pretty greasy. So I give it a 4 out of 5 for the hoagie and chips. The Schnitzel was a great chicken sandwich on par with a sandwich that I would get from anywhere else, like Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. Like, I would say that actually was as good as Chick-fil-A. Okay, it was different. It tasted different because it was panko breadcrumbs and different things on it, but it tasted good. It was the same size and arguably equivalent price. So I'm going to give the Schnitzel sandwich or Schnitzel burger an actual 4.5 out of 5. I liked it that much. The only two negatives, the bun does fall apart, and I wish that it had some like lettuce on there. Then it would have been like dead on perfect. Okay. The potato cakes, all right. I like them, but honestly, I did find them quite greasy to hold. Just picking one up, my entire finger got saturated with the frying grease. And I think they're all right, but also they're kind of hard to dip. Like, how do you dip that? It's a disc. You have to cut it to dip it. So a little frustrating. I'm going to give them a 3.5 out of 5 for the potato cakes. Okay? And now, that dessert, the pineapple fritters. Dude, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say the pineapple fritters are legitimately a 4.75 out of 5 for me. The only negative is the price, because it's 4 pineapple rings, and they're charging you like $7. That's pretty pricey for a few pineapple rings. But the flavor is amazing. It's juicy. It's got a good combination of flavors. That was legit a great dessert. I would eat those with anything as a dessert. Serious. Like, I'm serious. I would have eaten those with any other meal. I would have had those pineapple fritters. They were that good. Okay? So overall, I really like Salty Blue. They're unique. They're a higher end fish and chips place. Very minor complaints. Okay, not perfect, but certainly damn good. I'm very happy that they're local to me. If I feel like a good fish and chip, I know where to go now, because I didn't even know this place had existed until King Ferbs had actually recommended it. Said I had tried it and it was good. And I said, oh, let me look. What the hell? It's like a half an hour away. Get this for next time. So good stuff. And another great edition of DSP Tries It.
DSP tries it.
If you ever find yourself in the Pacific Northwest, notably around the Seattle area, seek out a Salty Blue. This stuff is good stuff. Thank you all for watching DSP Tries It. I'll see you next time.